Hello, thank you for joining me for another on-demand training video. Our topic today is Section 179. What is that, you ask? Well, Section 179 is the shorthand for business tax deductions on property. With 2018 drawing to a close in just over a month, now is the time to consider any equipment your small business should purchase to maximize this year's Section 179 benefits. More details on that shortly. First, let's take a look at our roadmap for this session. Here's what we'll be covering. We'll start with fast facts. If you're pressed for time and don't want specifics, watch through this part of the presentation. However, of course, I suggest you stick around for the fuller details, including what is Section 179? What are the benefits? What are the guidelines for 2018? What kind of property is eligible? And the resources. Where can I learn more? Fast facts. Okay, here are the bare bones basics. Section 179 is a tax code created to help businesses. It's valid on most types of equipment, can greatly help your bottom line, it's simple to use, it must be used by the end of the year for this year's benefits, and it can change from year to year. Now, let's dive into the details. So, what is Section 179? Here's the gist. Section 179 of the United States Internal Revenue Code allows a taxpayer to elect to deduct the cost of certain types of property on their income taxes as an expense, rather than requiring the cost of the property be capitalized and depreciated. Now, let's highlight and explain some key terms in this paragraph. First, deduct. These are the subtractions you can take from your taxes to lower your annual bill. Next, certain types of property. There are many types of property costs that can be deducted under 179. Some examples: equipment, vehicles, computers, office furniture, and some attached property. In a few minutes, we'll go in depth on what is eligible under Section 179. Third, let's define capitalize. To capitalize is to record a cost or expense on the balance sheet for the purposes of delaying full recognition of the expense. In general, capitalizing expenses is beneficial as companies acquiring new assets with long-term lifespans can gradually write off or amortize the costs. And finally, we have depreciated. Depreciation is an accounting method of allocating the cost of a tangible asset over its useful life and is used to account for declines in value. Businesses depreciate long-term assets for both tax and accounting purposes. This is the exact idea and the common knowledge that a new car depreciates the second you drive it off the dealer's lot. So, that is the spirit and intent of Section 179. And you're probably already beginning to wrap your head around the benefits. So let's spell them out specifically. As I mentioned early on, some benefits are Section 179 is valid on most types of property. It can greatly help your bottom line. And it is simple to use. But there are a few more. Section 179 allows you to reduce your tax bill immediately and substantially. And it offers specific guidelines that allow you a great deal of flexibility. Let's look now at those specific guidelines for 2018. In 2018, there is a spending cap of $2.5 million, and you may deduct up to $1 million. And the bonus deduction is 100%. What is this? Well, the bonus depreciation is generally taken after the Section 179 spending cap is reached. The bonus depreciation is available for both new and used equipment. Now, an important note, these guidelines typically change each year and have done so every year since the inception of Section 179 back in 2007. Now, let's dig into the specifics of what property is eligible for the deduction. Just about any type of property you can think of for your use in your business is eligible for deduction under Section 179, including construction equipment, farm equipment, medical equipment, printing equipment, vehicles, tools, office supplies, furniture, computers, mobile devices, other electronics, and software. But there's more. But let's spend a few moments on software because it is the most popular use of the Section 179 deduction. In general terms, any off-the-shelf computer software that, one, is not custom designed and two, is available to the general public qualifies for the Section 179 deduction in the year that you put the software into service. For basic eligibility, the software must meet all the following general specifications. It must be purchased or financed with specific qualifying lease or loan. The software must be used in your business for income-producing activity. It must have a determinable useful life. And it must be expected to last more than 1 year. In addition, these specific stipulations must be met. It must be readily available for purchase by the general public. The software must be subject to a non-exclusive license. For example, it's not just yours. And the software must not have been substantially modified. Last, what software does not qualify? First, custom code. Software that is written or highly customized for your company is not eligible. Databases or similar are not considered deductible computer software unless it is in the public domain and is incidental to the operation of otherwise qualifying software. And websites. However, with the rise of online website builders, this may change, so be sure to check your Section 179 resources regularly or ask your accountant. Let's now turn to our final section on resources and where you can learn more. There are 3 terrific resources for additional information and guidance. The first is section179.org. This is the place to start for all of your information about Section 179. Next is Investopedia, a terrific all-around resource for businesses. Third and last is the IRS itself for the specific technical documentation on Section 179, in particular Publication 946. Click pause for a moment and note the URL at the bottom. So, that is a look at resources for more details on Section 179. Now, it's possible that you have some questions particular to your situation. So to help you, we've set up a dedicated email box. Send your Section 179 or any general tech questions to this email address, questions@askus.tech. Click pause again on this video right now and take a moment to jot that down. Okay, that's it. Thanks so much for joining me today. Remember that you can find other on-demand training seminars like this one, as well as our quick tips and Ask Us videos on YouTube. And I'll be back next month with another on-demand session. Bye.